Hello, my fellow Narnians, and welcome back to the next episode of Narnia Lore. In this episode, we're going to delve into a little bit of a question that I always had of why the wardrobe only worked a few times and why Aslan closed the gap, if you will, at the end of Lion the Witch and the Wardrobe. So anyway, to answer this question, I think it would be good to take a look at the circumstances surrounding the times that the wardrobe worked and when it didn't. So, as we know, with the first time that the wardrobe worked, only Lucy was there. The second time, Edmund went in as well, and the third and final time it worked was when all four of them went in. So, why didn't Aslan just have the wardrobe work only once to get them in all at the same time? That way, Edmund most likely wouldn't have gone to the witch, and the whole story probably would have been fairly different. So anyway, let's take a look at the first time it worked. If all four of the Pevensies went into the wardrobe when Tumnus was at the lamppost, one of two things would have happened. Probably would have happened. One, Tumnus would have turned all four of them in, and Narnia would have been toast. Or two, he broke down like he did originally and let them all go. However, they probably would have gone straight home after that and never tested the wardrobe again. And Narnia would be forever under the witch's spell. And even if they didn't run into Tumnus, they probably wouldn't have run into the beavers either. And if they had all gone in when Edmund and Lucy went in, they most likely would have been killed right then and there by the witch, and the story would be over. However, why didn't Aslan just let them all go in the time that he did in the original timeline, getting chased into the wardrobe by Mrs. Macready? Well, if he did that, the Pevensies would have no context to the world of Narnia. They would have been in Winter Wonderland and not pay any attention to anything else. I mean, they are kids after all. And why did Aslan allow Edmund to betray his siblings? I mean, that's kind of a low blow if you ask me, but I think that Aslan wanted to help Edmund grow. And sometimes you have to hit rock bottom before you can come back up, and that's exactly what Edmund did. And look how he turned out in the later years. He was good for it. He particularly shines in The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, too. And think what kind of a king the old Edmund would have been. I mean, we saw what happened with that in the last episode. So I really think that the reason why the wardrobe only worked a few times was because Aslan had a plan for it. He wanted the kids to grow with the circumstances that were given to them. Edmund betraying his siblings, all that. And like I said, if they had all gone in at the same time, the first time when Lucy had discovered it, Tumnus probably would have turned them all in. I mean, that would be my guess, but since he only had Lucy, it wouldn't have worked out as well. Anyway, leave your thoughts in the comments down below about this, and as always, if you all have any questions or any suggestions for new episodes in the future, leave them in the comments down below, and I will get to work on that as soon as I can.